So I did something crazy. I did a 3-day dark, silent, and juice fast retreat at a friend's place. Now, why would anyone want to do that? So I've done a long-term fasting before. I've heard all these people doing these darkness retreats. 7 days in a cave. We couldn't find a cave anywhere near here in Ontario. But my friend had this beautiful space where I said, okay, what if we get some really good quality eye masks? And there's be the three of us. So we have a bedroom, a bathroom, a place to stretch and sit and meditate. And we're gonna get a cooler full of juice for 3 days, fresh pressed juices, and let's see what happens. It was one of the most remarkable 3 days of my life, or unremarkable. But the way I felt after, I felt like I had slept for a month. I felt like I just come back from a week-long retreat. I was refreshed, clear in the mind, energized, excited, felt happier, like all these things. And I had realized like I was really burning the candle on both ends for a long time. You can do this at home. You can take 24 hours, get some juice, lock yourself in the basement, make sure there's a bathroom nearby. You can always get a bucket if you want, be very, or even a tent outside in nature, and just do nothing for 3 days, 24 hours, whatever it is. Make sure someone knows where you are. The mental benefits were amazing. So it's like a nervous system reset. So no light, no sound, no food. So there's no digestion. So parasympathetic starts to dominate. So you go into deep rest and repair mode. The first day was like a lot of sleep. And I was just present, doing breath work and meditating. You get mental clarity. Removing the sensory overload, especially nowadays, allows the mind to empty. Thoughts slow down, clarity arises. I had increased creativities, insights were coming. When the external inputs are gone, the brain starts generating like new ideas, intuitive downloads. Pattern awareness. Without distractions, you become hyper aware of your thoughts, which can be uncomfortable at first. Addictions, patterns you normally ignore. So I got a lot of amazing insights about things that I can change. The emotional and spiritual benefits, well, you start meeting your true self. So there's no mirrors, no roles, no social feedback. You come face to face with who you actually really are and who are you without the world reflecting back at you. So I started really just sitting with these things and reflecting on my life in a way that I never able to because it's so busy and noisy. And the emotional detox, you feel emotions come up when there's no escape. So grief, anger, sadness, they can all move and release. And also insights of where I wanted to show up more, who I was missing in this time. And the silence can allow you for a really deep inner healing, allowing subconscious to process unresolved experiences and trauma. And one thing that really interests me, because I heard about these 7-day darkness retreats where it starts this natural DMT activation. So darkness increases melatonin production, which converts to pinealine and potentially what they say is endogenous DMT, leading to dreamlike or mystical states. Add a little bit of breathwork in there. And there is some research that shows that this happens on extended darkness retreats. I don't know if I got there in 3 days, but I start to have some really intense visuals in my meditation. Could have been dreaming, I don't know. So this is like a way to connect to the divine. And many people report these deep spiritual insights. A lot of the great masters would go meditate in a cave for weeks, and fast for weeks and have these experiences. So it's like a mini version of that. So digestive reset, the juice fast gives your digestion a break, which means more energy for cellular repair. Even with juices, the caloric deficit pushes the body to a mild autophagy state, clearing out old damaged cells, reduced inflammation. My body felt better. I was resting and repairing. So everything was like kind of like coming online. I felt amazing. I almost feel like I should do this like once a month. My wife will kill me if I take 3 days in darkness, but I felt like I slept better the next night. Melatonin production skyrockets. You're resetting the circadian rhythms, improving sleep quality long term. And like when I came out, the light colors seem brighter, food tastes better. Like we had some fruit that morning. Sound feels richer when you turn to the world, and this is when it's super noisy and chaotic. Like you kind of like dim all your senses. And, it's getting into that, like finding that edge, that radical discomfort. Most people never spend 5 minutes in silence or stillness. And I'm one of them. 3 days, like there was definitely times of boredom, of discomfort, fear, loneliness. And it was just an opportunity to every emotion that came up, I allowed myself to lean into it. Helps you to build resilience, discipline, emotional sovereignty, and trust in your ability to self-regulate without any distractions. And I think like it was an easy retreat to facilitate for me. Usually you're doing programming, stuff like that. But it was so simple, yet so profound. Sometimes I think I felt better after that than going and paying all this money to do all these things in 3 days. They're exciting and you want to do fun stuff. But I highly recommend giving this a try. You can do it for 24 hours. We did it Thursday night. We did a sauna, put the eye masks on. So we kept them on Thursday night, all day Friday night, all day Saturday, and then Sunday morning, got up, spent some time in nature. had a little bit of integration talk, had some food, which tasted amazing, and went back feeling super clear, inspired, new ideas. If you're an entrepreneur or even just want to like feel what it feels like to have this space, I highly recommend this. Highly recommend it. Okay? But be safe out there. Peace.